So this is from the Gaming Watcher. I'm going to share it just really quick. Kotaku blacklisted by Nintendo for posting leaks. That's crazy, right? They're so mad because I believe there's actually like a you can actually download the game like illegally. I don't know where, but I'm not gonna
Yeah,
post any links. But you can't.
yeah,
People are actually playing it now, right?
yeah, yeah. It's those people who somehow get the physical copies early. So what they
Mhm.
do is they dump the files, they upload it online. Then anyone can just download it as long as your Switch is probably jailbroken or something like that. Then they can
Mhm.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Nintendo is super super strict with regards to that. So it's like the moment you do anything that's if you make content that's resembling those leaks or advertise those leaks, yeah, you're pretty much done with Nintendo.
Didn't they promote like piracy? Like,
Kotaku.
yeah, Kotaku actually posted like
The
they're like pro piracy and they're actually for like promotes emulation, and Nintendo fucking hates that shit,
Yeah, yeah,
right? So
yeah,
it's wild, right? So like understand, and the thing is that Nintendo hates it when like you make a fan game that does really really well, right? They hate it when you are doing a Smash Brothers tournament without a legal Nintendo like
yep,
official seal, right? They will shut that shit down,
yep.
and it sort of sucks with Nintendo. And I think there's a lot of the backwards ass way thinking, but so right here, video game website Kotaku cut off by Nintendo for posting leaks. Let's see. Kotaku, one of the internet's most popular video game websites, has been blacklisted by Nintendo for posting leaks about their upcoming games. This move comes after the website was already blacklisted by Bethesda, the publisher of the Fallout and Elder Scrolls series. Oh, I didn't know that. Kotaku has been known to post leaks and insider information about upcoming games, which has earned them a reputation as controversial website among some of the gaming industry. Right. Blacklisting by Nintendo means that Kotaku will no longer be able to receive pre-release review copies of upcoming games, which could hurt their ability to provide timely and accurate reviews to their readers. The move also sends a message to other gaming websites that posting leaks about Nintendo's games will not be tolerated. So this isn't the first time that Kotaku has experienced this kind of stuff. Right. So over here, this is the leak. This is from their official Twitter account, and I believe this is deleted. Right? They have to actually censor out this like part. Like everything we're learning about Zelda Tears of the Kingdom from the leaks, right? So it's like they actually posted it on their Twitter. Like how stupid can you be?
Yep.
It's like you don't think that Nintendo is gonna be watching you the
Ni-
entire freaking
yeah,
time?
yeah. Nintendo of all companies. Like, and that's a funny part. Nintendo one.
Wait, didn't wasn't there one guy and like a group of people that did
Yeah.
about a bunch of like piracy shit from like the Nintendo? Like they pirated their videos, their games, they copied it and they sold it.
Oh, that I don't know. But there's a big. I'm not sure if you follow beat 'em ups. Will from beat 'em ups.
Mhm.
The
I do.
because he used to, yeah, right, he used to be a Nintendo ambassador, but he just made a Breath of the Wild like mods that he used. Then that's it. The relationship, he lost his ambassador status just because of that.
Mhm.
That's how strict Nintendo is.
Yeah, that's crazy. So the story that I'm talking about. So I believe there's this guy. Nintendo sues this guy. Nintendo sues. I'll bring it up. Sues.
Oh wait, oh, you mean Gary Bowser?
Yeah, as a guy. Yeah, Gary Bowser. Yeah,
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
yeah. So
yep,
right here. So I'll bring this up. So this article is from last year, but there was an update on it. So
yep, yep,
Nintendo
yep,
hacker Gary Bowser sentenced to 40 months in jail. So it's like basically a Canadian hacker, but he was part of this like bigger group. And
yep,
I believe like he's in Canada, but this it's funny because one of them is actually like Chinese and he's in China. So you can't get
yep,
that you can't get him. So
yep,
what they're doing is this guy was sentenced to 40 months in jail, but
yep.
I believe he was given a what's it called again, like an early release due to good
Behavior.
behavior. But what happened was that Nintendo is basically, and this is also the law, that they're like, okay, we're actually going to be fining you 30% of your income for the rest of your life. For the rest of his life, doesn't matter what he does, 30% of his income monthly.
Uh Going technical, it is for the rest of his life, but not well. Sorry, no. I mean, generally speaking, it is for the rest of his life. But
It's like
technically
140
speaking,
years or something.
no, technically speaking, it's around 14.5 million. So
Yeah.
given his age, and yeah, given he has probably a low ranking job, it is for the rest of his life
Yeah.
because of that. Yeah,
And the thing is, he's like, I don't know how Canadian law works, but it's like it's pretty wild,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And like so that's happening right now to Kotaku. And then to make matters worse, you have this article right here that says Kotaku journalist Luke Plunkett insinuates a desire for anti-Japanese violence in response to Nintendo denying the outlet a review copy of Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Wow, they really don't fucking care. And I have a feeling
Yeah,
that all of these people who are at Kotaku, maybe like 10 years ago, it was like people who are actually the gamers. Right now, Kotaku is probably ran by a bunch of these like left wing like
yeah,
activist people, right?
yep, yep,
Let's see. Some Lost Tales says that Naughty Dog took Jeremy's channel down for The Last of Us leaks. They didn't they? I believe he got like early, like I think he got like maybe early news about it, and like as for I think Last of Us 2, right? That what's gonna I
yeah.
think there's a
It
leak that
got
what was
leaked.
gonna happen to Joel,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, so
they
it's
were
wild.
really cracking. Naughty Dog was really cracking down during that time.
Yeah. So let's see. They've got to protect their business making money from their IP, so they're or they're out of business. Kotaku isn't serving as a good business partner. They get fired now. They yeah,
They
they get
get
no more
normal,
access like us regular
like
people.
us normal people.
Yeah. Let's see. Wait. So let's say wait. So if he goes into debt, is Nintendo's incur 30% of it. So it's I believe it's $1.3 million, right? So it's not 30%. Sorry, but it is
For,
if it's
for
segmented into his monthly, it's
yeah,
30%.
yeah, 14.5 M, I think. Then he has to give out 25 to 30% of his whatever income he makes. So regardless if he, like, example, he thinks of make opening up a business. If that business makes money, he has to give 30% of it to Nintendo
Yeah,
until he pays that 14.5 million, which is insane. Like,
yeah. He's not.
it's actually legally backed. That's what's mind blowing. It's
So the
legally backed.
so the thing is that he's not even like the head honcho, Gary Bowser. He's like a
Yeah,
regular like low dude, but the fact
yeah,
that they caught him, they're making an example of him. It's like, oh, well, you
yeah,
want to come after Nintendo? We're gonna fuck you up.
yeah,
We're gonna milk you dry of all your
yeah,
funds. We're gonna
yeah,
sue you. And the thing is that I'm pretty sure Nintendo's like, we just want to sue this guy, and then the court's like, what about $14 million in damage? Like Nintendo's like, yes, we like that. The thing is that Nintendo doesn't need that money. You're setting
yeah.
an
Uh,
example.
that's like a drop in the bucket for
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Let's see. Is it further proving the already widely held opinion that most mainstream video game journalists are are no better than the straw men they claim to fight against? Kotaku journalist Luke Plunkett recently responded to a round of discourse regarding the outlet's blacklisting by Nintendo with an image that insinuated a desire for anti-Japanese violence. It's Kotaku's latest video, sorry, not video, episode of self-embarrassment was first sparked on April 26th when a staff writer, Ethan Gak, took to his personal Twitter account to bemoan the fact that the outlet was not provided a review copy of the highly anticipated The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. It's preview day for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, a huge game I would love for Kotaku to be able to inform its millions of readers about firsthand. Unfortunately, Nintendo still has it blacklisted from advanced coverage, a move I would argue is both unprofessional and coercive. So that's what he put. I say, where's that image? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLCs includes a disability slur.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I remember that. It's like they're really pushing it. I remember that.
Jeez. Let's see. In terms of Nintendo, with history of such hits as Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, Persona 5's DLC includes a disability slur, an absolutely absurd accusation. As Metroid Dread is
Oh
already
yeah, that
running great
too.
on Switch
Yeah,
emulators, it's
yeah,
not hard to see why the esteemed Japanese publishers would view working with Kotaku as bad business. Yeah, but so where's that image? Where's that image that they posted? Oh, there it is. Luke Plunkett. For the record, this is how I feel about publishers blacklist. There it is. There it is. Okay, where's it? This is okay. Grae, what disability slur are they
like
talking about?
I, I I think I just read the headlines, but just reading that alone, it's like I found it to be so absurd. So we're gonna have to search for it if we're gonna. It's gonna be my first time too.
Yeah,
But
it might be the R word, right? It might be the R word or something.
yeah,
But the thing is that you see, I am years past caring what these people say. I'm simply aghast at the fanatical fervor with its throne and 2023. The thing is that Kotaku is such a shit show. I I go on Kotaku from time to time just for fun, but the fact that you actually did this, you're saying that we're gonna come after you guys, because so Grae or people who in the chat who don't know, whenever they put a flag or like a number or a figure on their plane, it means what they took down, how many people they took down, or how many planes they took down, right? It's sort of like a badge of honor for them. So this is basically saying that we're gonna come after Japanese people, right? Players and Kotaku employees can get their copy of Legend of when officially May 12th. But like I said, this isn't the first time Kotaku has shit the bed.
yep.
Several years ago, I think no, it's not several years. I think like about a year ago, Kotaku has basically said this about Final Fantasy 16 and Square. So right here, Final Fantasy 16 dev has
Oh
a
God.
terrible answer for why the game is so white. Naoki Yoshida feels that a racial diversity would be a violation of narrative boundaries. 2 weeks ago, Square Enix released a new story trailer for the upcoming RPG Final Fantasy 16. There's just one noticeable problem. There doesn't seem to be a single non-white character in it. So IGN asked producer Naoki Yoshida about whether or not the game would feature any black people or other people of color. Unfortunately, his response made me go, yikes, in real life. Yoshida explained that the Final Fantasy world of Valistia was based on medieval Europe, and they wanted to limit the world culturally and geographically. Valistia was never going to realistically be as diverse as a modern day Earth or even Final Fantasy 14. Right. And ultimately, we felt that while incorporating ethnic diversity to Valistia was important, and over incorporation into this single corner of much larger world could end up causing a violation to those narrative boundaries we originally set for ourselves. So basically saying that OG medieval European times do not have black people, do not have Asian people, do not have Mexican people. That's the reason why they're all white. And I'm pretty sure Rings of Power has something else to say about that. But I digress. So basically, in short, Kotaku calls out, say that you guys are fucking racist. You guys are excluding any other race other than white people, right? And then this basically what happened. I believe this week or this month. We're roughly 4 months out of Final Fantasy 16's release, sorry, and the press recently got to preview the next entry of the legendary JRPG series. Writers in attendance were impressed by the Gandios cinematic real-time battles that like some liken to God of War. They praised the series' departure from turn-based combat and darker, grittier settings. Mostly people seemed shocked that Final Fantasy characters were, for the first time in the mainline game, allowed to say fuck. Oh, and it seems like the producer is sticking to his guns about previous diversity comments. While the previews took place in New York City and Tokyo, Kotaku was not invited to the event. Right? And I'm glad that Japan is sticking to their guns to this kind of stuff. It's because like we don't. It's like we're trying to tell a story about Europeans, and we're not talking. There's no Japanese people in there, right? No one's complaining. Like what the fuck? I don't know. What do you feel about this?
Yeah, respect to Square. I mean, Square's not a perfect company, but the thing is what makes Japanese content so good. That's why I like covering JRPGs, because it feels like it's like a completely different world.
Yo, what's going on, Nerd Cookies? How's it going?
It's like it feels like it's so different. It's like I don't have to talk about woke stuff. I don't have to rant about these kinds of things. So it's like they stick to their guns, and that's what makes their content so good. That's why manga and anime sales are at an all-time high. That's why all their games are doing so well, because they genuinely care about the quality of their content. and
Mhm.
they just want to entertain people. And look, they're doing so well right now. Like
Mhm.
F16, everyone's waiting for it. They're not expecting any woke crap in it or any you know it's gonna be good. And
Yeah.
yeah, and you know that more recently, right, with FF6, sorry, it's my dog, but yeah, FF16, right? There's
Mhm.
some recent news about it too, which another mad respect for them. Okay, be right back.
All right. But what's it called again? So we have a chair stream for Grae. But yeah, they have their own problems, but Square is not woke. Absolutely. I don't Square isn't, right? But the thing is that sometimes when Square acquires or they're working with other companies that's not Square proper, but like a lot of these smaller companies that worked on what's it called again? Guardians. They worked on the Avengers game. They worked on what's it called? Forspoken. Like sometimes I can get some of the woke stuff is because the US tends to have more say. But when it comes down to like proper Japanese like games that's developed in Japan, right? A lot of it is not woke. However, you can have like a and fucking and diversity, inclusion, and equity like officer that works there that's like, oh, Tifa's boob is way too big. We gotta shrink that shit. Right. It's like, oh, you gotta have more of these. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, when when the game officially launches, Street Fighter 6 will probably have some people's like, how dare you give Chun-Li a jiggle physics when she kicks her ass? Real life ass do not jiggle that much when you kick someone. How dare you make Cammy so fucking hot? There's no girl in the world that looks like that, right? Because you will have people who are gonna be pissed off for no fucking reason.
Yep.
But Japan's like, fuck, I don't fucking care. We're making money.
Yeah.
People are happy and
Yep.
shit, right?
Yep.
So but I'm good on Square and yeah, and fuck Kotaku, man. Like screw them.
Yeah.
Like who cares? You don't need them. I hope they go to they go the way of Vice News, which is fucking they
Yeah.
basically get
They're
shut
gone.
down. Yeah, yep. When people complain, make them jiggle more. True, right? I remember speaking of jiggle physics. I remember DOA 1, right? Dead or Alive 1 on PlayStation. I remember you can adjust the amount of jiggle like how much you want. So the older you are, you can adjust the age. So the older you are, so I put a 99. It's literally like literally like insane. Like no way that's real, but I love it. But yeah, in my opinion, I'm glad that Square is not like it's like we don't fucking care, like this game is
Yep.
good and stuff like that, and this is the story, and it makes sense, right? It's it's not like, oh, we should actually add in more diverse, characters in Lord of the Rings. So we're gonna put a black elf. We're gonna have a black dwarf, and we're gonna have all, like we're gonna have like people who are not like European, like centric, like medieval time. We're gonna have all of them in there because we need this game to be able to, like cater to the modern time era, cater to modern audience. And I fucking hate that. Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.